What is up, guys, and welcome back to another day at Whitley Auto Works. We had an awesome live the other night, and James won our giveaway for the Vivor gun set, and it's sent off to Florida now. So that is officially the end of our first giveaway. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope the winners enjoyed their gifts. We gave away a lot of pearls. But anyways, we're going to get into today's video, which is, will it clear? Now, sitting here in front of me today, I have quite a few things we're going to test to see if it'll clear. Had a lot of people asking, Jonathan, can you clear over primer? Can you clear over spray paint? You know, what will happen? What will it do? We're going to find out today. So let me go ahead and walk you through what we're spraying with clear coat wise and what we're spraying over. To start with over here, we are starting with primer. That's going to be our very first thing. I am using this TranStar 4603 primer through the spray can, and we're going to see what happens when you apply automotive clear coat, which is, this is high-tech clear coat, guys. It's really cheap clear. It doesn't have the greatest UV protection, so that's why I'm using it. It's about $80 if you want it. It's at the Napa store. It's at most of your paint stores. But anyways, like I said, we're starting off with primer. Then we're going to move on to premium red spray paint. Just your generic over-the-counter spray paint. Then we're going to get interesting with it, guys. I have got chrome paint. You ever wondered what chrome paint out of the can would do with automotive clear? We're going to find out today. And last but not least, I've got VHT Nightshade. This is what a lot of people use to tint lights and stuff like that. And I said, let's see what clear coat does over this. Will it work? Will it preserve it? Because I know this stuff right here tends to chip and peel and fade over time. What will it do over Nightshade? We're going to find out today. So this is what we got. We're going to get to spraying on my board over here. I got it labeled 4 different sections for 4 different projects. We're going to start off with primer and keep going. So let's get to spraying. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've already labeled all 4 of these sections. We got primer, red spray paint, chrome, and Nightshade. So I'm going to start off with this TranStar. We're going to apply it right here, and we're going to move forward with all of them and then clear them and see what happens. So let's get started. Let that flash off and let's do some red. Alright guys, that's our chrome. Let's move on to the Nightshade. Alright guys, we got all 3 applied. Now we're going to let this dry off and we're going to mix up some clear and let's see what it does. Alright guys, so we got our test subjects applied now. Now, I know I ran it a little bit on the red. I got a little happy with it. It's still a little cooler outside today. But for test purposes, this will work fine. The chrome kind of flashed off. It looks almost just a little more like straight metallic. So, I don't know what's going on with there. It might could be just some cheap paint. But anyways, regardless, we're going to see if we get any reactions over this. As far as the runs go on the red, I've taken account of it, so I know if it runs with the other or if I get any reactions. That's mostly what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for any kind of consistent weird reactions, really bad fishiring, cracking, where it starts to look like your skin cracks. That's just pretty much signs that this isn't taking and you shouldn't do it. So Basically what I'm gonna do now is I got this high-tech clear right here, guys, and it mixes 2 to 1. So I'm gonna mix up a little bit of clear and we're gonna shoot it through my SATA and we're gonna see what all this stuff does. And hey, it'll answer that question. Will it clear? Let's get to mixing. Alright guys, so as I said, we're using this high-tech clear. Now I've actually never really sprayed it much before. The part number is 7000, and then I'm using a medium temperature activator, which is 7006. Like I said, it does mix 2 to 1. It's supposed to dry pretty good, flash off about 15-20 minutes between coats. For this purposes, I'm mixing it up in this little container right here, and we're just going to spray it over. I'm going to get good consistent coverage, and we're going to see if we get any reaction. So let me get to mixing it, and we'll load up the hopper on my gun, and we'll start spraying. Now also keep in mind, what I like about these fancy little cups is they have the mix ratios on them, guys. So I don't know if you can see that. It says 2 to 1. So it comes up to the 2 and then it comes up to the 1. And I'm just going to mix it up 2 to 1 and we'll get to shooting. Alright guys, we're good to go. Let's get spraying. Alright guys, so before we jump to the final results of everything, I'm going to talk to you for a minute about this high-tech 7000 clear. Now, it's really good clear, it laid on really good, it does mix 2 to 1, so it gets used a little bit quicker than some 4 to 1 clear. As far as the gloss goes and the layout and everything, it looks beautiful, it's a good clear. I have heard complaints about the lack of UV protection long term, so I would say if you're going to use it, it's cheap. It's a great alternative for shooting, say, your engine bay or your door jambs and stuff like that. That's not going to get exposed to the sun a whole awful lot. If you just want to go a little bit of a cheaper route, and then I mean, it'd be a great clear for other little odd projects, maybe not a whole car exterior wise. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna say about this high-tech clear, guys. It's good for the money, I guess, but there is better stuff on the market. let's go ahead and let's jump to does it clear with all this other stuff. Alright guys, so let's go over everything and see, does it clear? Primer. First one out of the batch. For good reason. You prime everything before you paint it, right? So, primer was clear. Well, surprise, surprise, it did fine. It took to the clear, and as far as longevity goes, I'm not 100% sure on it, but it's a safe bet. You can clear over primer and get a decent result. Next, let's move on to this red spray paint. Now, I've done this a time or 12 already, guys, so I already knew that this red spray paint was going to do perfectly fine with automotive clear. I had no issues with it. Obviously, I ran the paint, which is just, hey, I was just doing this as a test today. Just to kind of show you guys what you can expect if you try this yourself. Obviously, don't run it. But anyways, yeah, it did great over this. No reactions, no issues. Laid out fine, and like I said, I've done it plenty of times and had gotten great results. Metallics, chrome. Now, one thing you got to be aware of is these chrome paints, they will flatten off instantly if you put clear coat over them. So don't go getting a chrome paint and think you can clear coat over it and it does fine. Basically what happens is the minute you throw clear coat or any kind of top coat over a chrome paint or a really bright aluminum paint or whatever, it's going to instantly flatten it off and just make it look like a basic silver metallic paint with clear over top. So if that's what you're going for, if that's all you got, say you got some chrome laying around and you don't have silver or whatever else, you can do that. I would just recommend not doing it period over chrome. So I'm gonna say X, that's a fail. But yes, it will kind of spray over chrome. I mean, but it just, like I said, it flattens it off and that's all you got. Finally, moving on to this nightshade. Now this is what really surprised me, guys. This nightshade over here, I was determined to put it over it, and I thought for sure it was going to react, do something weird, whatever. But guess what? It didn't. It works. You can automotive clear over nightshade too. So as far as I've seen so far with all this stuff, with all these from primer all the way to nightshade, you can clear coat over them. Now I will say do all this at your own risk, because will it hold up over time? I'm not quite sure. Especially with, like, say, your primer and this nightshade over here, the additives in it, the mixtures and stuff like that, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but you can do it. I would say try it on a small test panel or whatever. Let it sit outside for a couple weeks and cure out good. Then hit it with compressed air. Do everything you can. See if it actually bonds correctly and sticks. That would be my best guess or best suggestion with it. But as far as answering the general question is, can you clear coat over it without having any issues? Yes, you can for primer, red spray paint, chrome spray paint, and even nightshade. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me today, doing this little experiment. I hope you like this video. I hope you got a kick out of it and nothing else. And I hope it helped you and gave you some good information. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.